What's going on, guys? This is Fast Derek here in the Everett 328 production studios for Moto number 21 of the MotOHIO show here on June 9th, 2020. As the show always is here at 6:30 in the Everett 328 production studios, and joining us as we always have, the one and only Grip It Rip It, Kevin Ott. How's it going, man?
Hey, happy to be here, guys, and got a lot to say this week. Got a few things that kicked off and some good racing.
Boy, we are back to...
We're back in action.
We're back to the more normal MotOHIO show format. We've got a ton of things to recap, and joining us back in the studio this week, we've got Mario Testa for part 2 of the Saga.
Of the Mario Testa unraveling.
This is where it starts to get good.
I know, this is where you tune in at. I like it.
Right on, because we left off last week. Let me just get the background music going as it needs to be. Last week we left off with Mario with his 2014 campaign on that RM252 stroke, but we're going to get onto that more later in the show and even more stuff. But we're just going to quick recap over what happened this past weekend. We were back racing locals.
Saturday mornings are not sleep-in mornings anymore. Saturday, Sunday mornings they're out. I was getting up early to go to the race than I do to go to work. People look at me and shake their head. I'm like, I love it. It was amazing. It was such a great feeling.
It was great being back at the racetrack. I pulled in Saturday morning. It was a little bit different. I misspoke last week on the show. I thought it was a Saturday night race because typically in the OMA we have Saturday night races. So I misspoke last week. Mispromoted it, but I tried to fix that before the weekend. And it was a Saturday day race.
I think it worked well.
They worked great.
Yeah.
There was, at the riders meeting, there was nearly 375 signups, so maybe a couple of more than that, trickling in later in the day. So nearly 400 riders showing up for the OMA Outdoor Opener. It was killer.
Well, when there's 16 guys in Open A, man, you got a heck of a turnout.
Yeah.
That was serious. You know what I mean? Like, we had more riders in the B class. You know what I mean?
So awesome.
And they all everyone belonged. They're all getting it.
All 16 of the guys
in the middle, that triple got to be over 100 feet.
All 16 of those guys in that Open A Pro Sport class were
moving.
You too, including Kevin. You guys were all cooking.
Yeah, that's because, like I said, I stepped that triple off in the middle. It was 35 steps. I'd say I got about almost a 2.5, 3 foot pace.
It's a big one.
You send it?
Oh yeah,
it's a big one.
Third gear, juiced on the 450.
Jimmy's got it going on down there at Route 62.
It's like a double, and then there's a single hump out there. But you know what I mean? All the dudes are doing. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah,
I followed somebody right off over about third lap in the Moto. I only got 3 laps.
Jimmy's got a 27-man gate down there at Route 62.
Sweet, man.
So they had 32 signups in the 50cc Open class.
I know, that's right.
So they had to split that up into 2 separate 50cc Open divisions, and then
top 11 Concies and stuff like
Yep.
that. And man, was it happy. Rhett was so glad to just make it straight through the main, because he was just like, oh no.
He was riding great.
He was riding real good. He just had a few complications, but I think it'd be in the first race. He got a lot maybe to do with how I did. He got so upset over his first moto, he ended up making himself sick.
It was
going
hot.
down through that bottom, and it was all rutted straightaway section. Kid turned sideways in front of him. He had nowhere to go. He just peeled him, dude. And it was game over. And then me being a dodo uncle on not knowing 50s, I couldn't get the bike started.
It was
Cobra?
KTM.
You gotta take it and lean it up on end.
Yeah, well, I know
you
that
knew
now.
that.
Now we all know that. So we'll know that next time, Rhett. Sorry, buddy.
But nonetheless, Jimmy had it going on down there this past weekend. We're gonna get on some of the comments in just a couple of minutes, but just recapping with Route 62. Jimmy, it was 90-something. It was like 90 degrees down there on Saturday. The wind was blowing, so sometimes the track was a little bit drying out.
I can't take it. He's like, I ain't bald. Whoever that guy is.
Ryan
Smith. I remember seeing you, Ryan, down there at a Tri-State Arena Cross race in Virginia. Man, it was nice meeting you and the rest of the crew from down there at Lake Sugar Tree.
We've just been live for the I ain't bald.
I'm just going through it. We got a lot.
I couldn't help it.
I've been under some stress, but I'm not balding.
Oh my goodness.
You got a haircut.
Yeah,
So,
got it chopped off.
I don't have any results from Route 62 over the weekend, but overall it was an absolutely awesome event.
Absolutely. No, and I mean, like I said, a lot of people saying the dust and the this and the that. It's really hard when the sun is beating down on you all day like that, and to keep the track prepped and this and that. I think they did a wonderful job. Maybe just one thing, Jimmy, I got maybe just one trip through the pits with that water truck, because your pit riders do stay to a minimum, but when they cruise by, I mean, it's wild.
Yep.
Hey, just run one load through there, and then you're set. And maybe more trash cans because I couldn't hardly find
Yes,
any of
I
those
would
trash
agree to that.
cans.
Another
And
couple
that's
trash
gonna have you
cans.
trash on the ground. You know what I mean? 'Cause,
I mean, everybody was very courteous in putting their trash around where the trash barrels were.
Right.
But there just wasn't that many trash barrels.
Correct. So I would say maybe just, but Jimmy's got his head on his shoulders. He's probably got to figure all this out. You know what I mean? He's probably like, oh yeah, I see the trash can situation, you know, this and that.
You got to learn
he did a hell of a
somewhere.
job.
You got to learn somewhere to grow from there. And I believe leading up to
I
this
have to say
race,
that's probably one of his biggest races.
leading up to this race, he may have had his biggest race was half that number.
No, I believe that because you could kind of tell just by the look on his face. He's like, Kevin, we're doing okay. Everything going all right? I'm like, buddy, you're doing a great job. Just calm down and let them race. You know, let these guys go. You know, if the track gets beat up, that's too bad.
If you were within earshot of the
Let's roll.
speaker system, the PA sounded great.
Oh, you did a great job.
And I had a fantastic job when I pulled in there on Saturday morning.
Maybe one more speaker to go down below.
One or two more speakers, but you
Just
got it.
down towards the end of the track.
You
But
gotta
hey, man,
start
it's-
somewhere to
he's
grow.
doing a great job. Yeah, that's why I'm just giving suggestions. It really doesn't need to happen. I'll go back again the way it is. You know, I will go back and race again just the way it went down because I'm gonna tell you, dude, it went down. You know, that
I'm
A
going
class was
back.
rolling, we were cruising, gates were dropping, people were in the first corner, we was on it.
I'm going back for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Jimmy did a great job, and I look forward to going back to ride that track now because now I know it a
Now
little
you
bit
know what
better,
it is, yeah.
and I think I can scrub a few more jumps and stuff like that.
You ever
know,
been down to
instead of
Route
just-
62? All right.
No.
You ought to make a trip down there.
Never been there.
Jimmy's put a lot of time and effort into that track. It's about an hour and a half from here, so
That's not bad.
it's not a bad track.
Where
It's,
I want to know in these comments where some guys that was there. Think down there where I was telling you them 3 tabletops in a row when you come up out of the bottom.
One.
Who's gonna do the first tabletop and then step up onto that second tabletop? I think it was only 33 steps.
in the grand scheme of things,
So-
Route 62 is maybe 10 or 15 minutes from Briarcliff.
Yeah,
It's
like
not that
I
far.
passed it before on the way to Briarcliff. I've just never been there.
It's worth going.
It's a big track. It was fun laps, dude. It's a long lap. Like it takes you a while to figure the track out because boy, she switches back and goes here and down over the hill and back up, and it's long lap times. It's fun.
I'll hit you up next time we go.
Yeah, we
Let me know.
Definitely check out Route 62 MX Park on Facebook and check out their upcoming races later this year. They have a couple of Saturday night series. The True MX Saturday night series is going to be
Sweet.
racing there a couple of times. Got a couple of
Really fast.
Saturday day races and a couple Sunday day races.
Rocking my True MX stuff for the True MX Night Series races. It's gonna be fun.
Yep. This week's show brought to you by the folks at the Ohio MX PitBike Riders, Reed's Auto Detailing, and Smooth Speed MX for helping us out this week and you know, in the past couple of weeks helping us out.
Yeah.
You know, this past weekend we were also racing at Western Reserve. You know, Kevin and I were not at Western Reserve, and
Little Sunday race.
it was a Sunday race. I don't have any results in front of me. I couldn't find any online, so I don't have any.
258 River Road one. That's
Okay.
all I got. That's all I got out of anybody. Was I was like, well, then who ended up winning? Overall went to River Row. So good job for him because I know he's been really working hard.
I never
He's been
really
trying to-
seen
he's been putting laps in
any
there.
other results or anybody really post anything else from there. So
I didn't even ask my sister how the boys did because I just didn't get that far. I was still just gloating to her about the Supercross race. So she's a Cooper Webb fan. Oh darn.
But this past weekend, it was great, you know, racing some more OMA races at Western Reserve Moto MC. So hopefully we'll be racing a couple more races there this year. Hopefully I'll be in attendance. For
Especially with Chase Catanese going and doing that track. You know, I mean, what did he do? Like, what we all figure it was like last fall or something
like that.
Something like that. So
Yeah.
it's got to be still holding together pretty good. I seen like a little video clip of a 65 rider doing some jumps out there. That jump still looked fun.
Yeah.
Like some double doubles and stuff that's coming down past, you know, and a few things going up into the woods. Like I like stuff like that. I don't mind a track that goes through the woods in the summer.
No, neither do I.
Because it gives me a little different dirt, you know, and it feels like it cools me off. I don't.
It's
it
getting
may.
it's
just
getting some
mine.
shade.
I don't know. It just maybe it's a mind thing. When I was like, oh god, I'm just so glad I made it back to the woods.
I don't ever get hot when I'm like riding. It's like
When I
over.
stop.
When I
Yeah,
stop.
when it's
that's
over,
when
yeah.
I get hot, yeah.
It's when it's like
Yeah. Great racing this past weekend at Western Reserve. I wish I had some results so I could share that with our listeners and watchers, but you know, just don't have any.
Jump on the old OMA dot. You know what I mean?
I was on there and they didn't have anything yet.
Not posted up yet.
Nope.
I get it.
But this past weekend, we do want to touch really quick on Route 62. James Justice, boy, was he flying.
Dude, he really does.
James
an amazing job.
Justice.
He jumped on the 452 for the open class this year. I don't know if he did it last year or not because I pretty much remember riding his 250 in both.
Yeah.
So then when he got up on that 450, like I was in that class, so I kind of sucks, but because I wanted to watch him. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, man, I just want to watch these guys, but
He's looking good.
I couldn't DNF myself.
Bradley
I couldn't
Baker and
DNF.
James Justice were the two guys putting on a show. Huge shout out to the Minton crew. We had
Really did
Cameron, Carson, and Drew all
Yeah.
up on the victory podium throughout Saturday afternoon. So that
Really
was
had a
great
good
seeing the
job.
Minton boys. So,
Really good Cameron to rebound in that second 250A moto.
Yeah.
He won that. You know what I mean? Because that's where I feel like he definitely thought he should have been. You know what I mean? Like he's like, man, why am I in 4th or 3rd? You know? And then whenever he won that second moto, I think it brought the wind back into him.
Yep.
You know, and he really felt good after that.
So,
congratulations on everybody this weekend, dude.
great showing.
Usco, Colson, Richie Colson was running in that 250A moto.
Yep.
He was gonna have the overall on his bike let loose, man. The whole crank went out of it. He would have had that overall. Yeah, I felt so bad for him. I helped him push it back off the track.
Chase
Richie
Whitmer had a
on pace.
nasty get
Chase
off.
Whitmer's on pace too.
He had a nasty get off too, but he was
Right in
looking
them roller
fast.
crazies. Yeah.
62.
Must do.
Awesome racing. Awesome racing.
It's a fun racetrack, and it was run good.
Route 62 Saturday, Western Reserve Sunday, great. COCR for the Buckeye series.
I heard it went down. I heard it got a little dusty in spots and stuff, but I don't.
It's
It is what it is.
80, 90 degrees, sun beating down, wind blowing. It gets dry, it gets dusty. It's part of motocross. So you take them with you just take it.
Right?
You just ride. You just keep on. You change your air filter and you just keep on riding.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, there was a couple
Yeah, I
dust
don't.
spots in 62 and stuff like that, but I mean, it just is what it is.
It is what it is. Yep.
I just close my eyes to the
I
spots.
run funnel web air filters. You don't even gotta change them.
23% more surface area.
They're good. Man, they're good.
Are they?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Nice. What are they called?
Funnel
They're
web.
Funnel web.
Funnel
They
web?
got like the spikes and
I'll
stuff.
I'll show you after the show.
Sweet.
Great racing this past weekend. Glad to be back at the racetrack finally. We have some things to talk about for this upcoming weekend, but we're going to touch on that later in the show. But also racing this past weekend, we were at Mount Morris. Well, we weren't at Mount Morris, but we had some of our boys were down there.
For sure. And they were doing a heck of a job.
Boy, were they. Just going to go through some of the results like one by one. We've got our 250B class here. We had a couple of riders that we were familiar with racing in that 250B class, but when it was all said and done, none of our Ohio guys were able to come across the stripe with some fantastic results to transfer directly to Loretta Lynn's in the 250B class. In the limited class,
Jack Chambers cleaned the house.
Jack Chambers, yeah, I've seen him ride before. He's a rider coming from Lauderdale,
Florida, yeah.
Yeah, from Florida.
Rode with him a lot in Florida.
Super
At
fast,
his house.
nonetheless.
He's got a sick track at his house.
I bet.
Just gonna keep on flipping through some of these classes.
That's why they stay in the top up there.
Right here is where we're going to be starting talking about some of our boys. Michael Yoker, St. Clairsville, Ohio native, the number 238 KTM, rides a 125, rides a 252
stroke.
and it has been shredding. In that 250C class, he went 2-3-10. Had a bad third moto, but that was still solid enough for 5th place overall.
2 and 3s. That's where he was made his money at.
That's where he's riding, for sure. Mike Yoker got it going on this year. 5th place overall in the 250C class. He has punched his ticket. He's going to the ranch. Also going to the ranch, Lance Gerard from Sardinia, Ohio. I've seen him ride quite a few times, number 629 Yamaha machine. He can make it happen. He races the Buckeye Series quite a lot. He's from Southern Ohio, so
That's good.
He can definitely make it happen. Transferring over to the 250C limited class, here we see Tate Elliott. He's one of the St. C crew, number 137 KTM. We see him racing at Malvern a lot, hanging out with the Yokers, hanging out with the ice cream folks.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we
the
see-
Kirks.
yeah.
The Kirks ice cream stand. Absolutely.
So we see him racing with us quite frequently, and he went 172 for 2nd place overall in the 250C limited class. That was
See,
Tate
that's that
Elliott.
Olympic scoring, man. Putting all 3 motors together is sometimes a little difficult, isn't it? I mean, I'm
Third
telling you,
mo-
to have
third
your
moto
mind,
bites you.
and to have your mind and everything all game time ready and prepped all 3 times is difficult, man.
Mike
Third moto
Yoker
gets you every
punched
time.
his ticket for 2 classes and went in the 250C class as well with 285 results, solid enough for 4th place overall.
Nice.
Besting Seth Shull's 637 results for 5th place overall. He's also going to the show, and Lance Gerard also punching his ticket with 893 results for 6th place overall. So we got Yoker, Seth Shull, and Lance Gerard, as well as Tate Elliott, all representing Ohio or the near Ohio area. So
And in that 250C class, how good's Yoker sound on that 2-stroke? Because he's on that 252 stroke out there.
Oh, he's just gonna make-
You got
he
all
makes
them
it
4 strokes
sing.
ripping, and he got that thing singing by. When he went to that last year, because that's like his dad's bike or something.
And he got a new one.
Yeah, and he rode that one or whatever at Malvern, and he's like right on my tail. I'm like, hold on, dude. I was like, hey. I was like, you are zooming. Yeah.
all those results for Yoker are just washes compared to his 250C junior 12-17 class results. 243 for 2nd place overall from the St. C.
And if he's only
native.
allowed to pick 2 classes, that'll be one of them.
He's going, yeah.
I'll definitely pick that.
He's got 3 tickets he's punched to go to
Who
the
beat
show,
him in that
Yoker.
25, or in that
Peyton
junior?
Morningstar.
Where's he at? Where's he
from Shirkstown, Ontario, Canada. I've seen him ride before. He can make it bar.
Coming down from the north. Man.
On a Cowie. So also in your 250C junior class, Brett Hedorn out of New Richmond, Ohio, 3.34 results for third. Tate Elliott went 3.71 for fourth.
Nice.
So some of our Ohio guys
3.71.
making it happen.
Last moto.
This is awesome for some of our guys. Tough break for Wyatt Oblay. He's from McConnellsville. He was outside of the top 10. Trevor Payne broke the top 10 with 10th. And Gavin Mays was able to slip into 9th. But again, I don't know how many they're taking directly from these super regionals.
Like 5 or 6.
Probably 6.
Probably 6. So,
Probably
you know.
6.
I think you gotta, because I seen everybody, it was like 1, 2, 3, you know what I mean? At the 6 on their results, it was that line.
Oh, then yeah.
Cut off.
6.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's because
Tough
I seen
break.
Jason
Sorry about
Henninger
your
post
luck.
his stuff. And then on his results, there was a red line under 6 on every result.
I really don't have anything to say about the 450B class. Clicking through the 450B limited class, I don't really have anything to say about that except for Aidenberg Bikeler. We've seen some fantastic results from that number 04 Husqvarna machine in the past. We've seen him race at Malvern, seen him race at Jillytown. I've seen him race all across Ohio. So a little bit tough to see him outside of the top 6. He was able to go 5.11.9 for 9th in the 450B limited class. So that's about the only notable thing I have to say about any of the 450 classes.
Pleasure Valley is this weekend coming, right?
What's that?
The Pleasure Valley Regional?
Pleasure Valley is coming up this weekend, as well as
I was just trying to think in my
Baja
mind.
for the youth regional. Seth Shaw just outside of the top
I think they practiced.
the top 6 with an
Did they?
8th place result in the 450C class. Congratulations goes to Michael Shanley. We've seen him race at Malvern quite a few times on the number 26 KTM.
Yeah.
He was able to round out your top 5 with 4.96 results. So solid top 5 for Michael Shanley in the 450C class. Looking in the 125C class, this is our boy from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Z-Man. Zachary Hofstetler went 1-1-2 to take the overall over Gavin Mays, who went 2nd place, 3.25 results. Brett Hedorn went 4.53 for 3rd. Seth Shaw went 1.84 for 4th. So we've got the Ohio boys, or the local guys,
Going to the ranch.
going to the ranch. 4 out of the top 5 positions from racing right here in Northeast Ohio frequently. That's killer. That's awesome. So
We got some fast guys around here, man.
Yeah,
They
we
showed
do.
us 62 to
Yes, we
win their
do.
16-man open A gate. I was like, damn,
just
everybody's
flipping
cruising.
through the rest of the classes. I think the only other one that I really wanted to talk about was this 125cc 12 to 17 BC class, and only because it's Timmy Ferry's boy. Evan Ferry went 1-1-1 to take the overall in the 125 12 to 17 class. He's got a pretty good trainer.
Yeah, that's almost to be given because you know he's got the track, he's got the this, he's got the that, he's ready to go.
I'm pretty sure that
You put a track out back of your house, you can go to Loretta's Beam every year.
I'm pretty sure Evan Ferry is riding with Jalik Swoll.
Yeah, they're all training together.
Yeah, so
Chambers,
that helps.
Chambers been training with them and stuff. They got a pretty good group going.
They're flying. Yeah, they're making it happen.
Yeah.
The Schoolboy 1 class, just talking about that one real quick. Gage Stein from Woodsboro, Maryland. I've seen him race quite frequently. He took the Schoolboy 1 overall over Evan Ferry. So that's about all I've got to talk about for this past weekend's Super Regional at High Point.
Just congratulations to Mike Yeager, the whole family. You know what I mean? Like I know you kind of personally. You know, all the other guys, I just see you at the racetrack, say hi, what's up. But hey, congratulations to everyone. It's a hell of an experience.
You know, hats off to
I'm
those
gonna
guys.
tell you, dude, Loretta's is something different.
I think
here,
it
too.
was
He knows.
Reed's first
It's a lot of fun.
regional that he went to. And he
Really?
was like in shock. He's like, dude, see, class was so we're all in this group chat on Snapchat. And he's
They're
like,
so fast.
He's like, they're so fast. It's totally crazy.
Yeah.
Like he's just going. It was funny.
All right.
This past weekend, well, actually a week ago, we raced some Supercross at Salt Lake City for another round of the Salt Lake City Supercross, or another round of the Monster Energy Supercross, and we've just got some results for you guys. Let me get them brought up here. Where are we at? 250 main event results from last Wednesday. Shane McElrath went 2 out of the 3, or he's won like 2 or 3 out of the 3 previous Salt Lake City main events.
Right.
So he went 3 in a row up to that race. But
Okay.
things went unraveled on Sunday for Shane McElrath. But, you know, great ride last week. Took the overall over Colt Nichols, Jeremy Martin in 3rd. And then Chase Sexton was way back there in 4th, rounding out your top 5, Garrett Marchbanks in 5th.
Hanging
And-
right up there near the front, that young man is.
Yep.
Garrett Marchbanks is going to be somebody to deal with in this outdoor series.
He definitely is. If he did get hurt on Sunday, in the Supercross.
Marchbanks did?
They red flagged it in the 250 class because of Marchbanks.
I turned on right as they were
Yeah,
getting a
I see
restart, so I didn't see who did it. That was him?
Yeah.
Come on,
So
man.
hopefully-
Looked like a shoulder or something.
So,
Yeah.
I
I don't know.
think it was
though.
a shoulder.
I don't know.
Whatever it is, hopefully it's minor and he can get back to
Yes.
Me and
back
Ryan,
to
we got into a fight with him once at
Really?
at one of the indoors. Yeah, he's just it was a mess. We got into it though.
I get it.
We calmed him down real quick.
Yeah.
This is when he first went into A. Playing with the big kids.
Yeah, you got a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Transferring over to the 450 class last Wednesday for the 450 main event, Cooper Webb was able to best Eli Tomac to take the overall. Zach Osborne back in third, Jason Anderson back in fourth, and Ken Roxon slipping up a little bit, one of the title contenders, falling back to fifth. I did hear that he was fighting from a little bit of breathing issues. Not COVID related because everybody's been COVID tested. And he's claiming it's not altitude sickness. So I don't know what else it could be for a breathing issue coming from Ken Roxon because he's lives in Florida or California, so he's right on a lower elevation. When he goes from low elevation to 6,000, 7,000 feet where Salt Lake is.
Might be a little different on your body.
Yeah, and he's claiming it's not
And he's having
altitude
to
sickness.
stay out there.
It's
I mean,
altitude
always,
sickness.
You're coming, and probably that might even help him if he's trying to come home in between. That might be messing you up. You might have to find some place to stay out there.
Basically
Just
getting the
stay in.
bends.
Take a deep breath, get over it.
Getting the bends.
Take a deep breath and get over it.
Yeah,
I
so
mean, it just I don't know what to tell him, but this past Sunday, terrible.
agreed.
Yo,
got
my
lapped.
God, twice. I'm like, dude, you gotta go, man.
So
But they lapped into fifth place. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll get there.
they
You gotta
were
be
ripping.
kidding.
yeah. As for
Let's just get to the Sunday race because holy bejesus was that.
Yep.
That was a grip.
So as for the race this past Wednesday, wasn't a whole lot, notable to say except
It's
for
just like a
Cooper
normal,
Webb.
Yeah, it was like a rerun.
Yep.
It seriously was because especially with it Salt Lake City, all the tracks kind of like blend together, and I was like,
The 250 class is where it's at though because Shane
That's fine.
McElrath
Yeah.
and
with them having both red plates going into Sunday, man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
that was fun. Yeah,
Yep.
made him really try hard.
so we're just gonna fast forward to this past Sunday's race. And it was Chase Sexton able to take the overall. So he was able to rebound from his fifth place previous Wednesday's race to take the overall. 17 laps is what he was able to get in. Shane McElrath went down early in that main event in the 250 class, but he was able to pick it back up and still finish 8 seconds behind Sexton across the stripe. So-
Awesome job with Chase Sexton, man. I mean, he just sat there in a catbird seat and just waited, and bam, it happened. You
Yep.
know what I mean? He's like, I didn't have to do anything sketchy,
And then he just held it.
And then just held it. Yeah,
Yep.
because that's all you got to do. He just didn't let the 12 slip away. He still had him in sight, so they're still doing all the jumps together.
And whenever McElrath went down, Sexton just
rolled
slipped
right
on
by
out.
and just
Yep.
kept it cruising, because like the last lap, I think McElrath caught up like 6 seconds, and like
Yeah.
Ralph said something.
But Sexton was already
Carmichael
in cruise
like,
control mode.
Oh, dude, he's just rolling.
Yeah.
He's like out there fist pumping the stance. Goes down the straightaway. Of course, dude's catching.
But
it.
McElrath
It was
going
already too
down,
late.
McElrath going down in that main event and able to still pick it up and stay in second place the whole moto.
Right.
Minimizing. He was on damage control mode, so
Oh,
he
because
was.
that grip was soaked.
Oh yeah.
That's a whole mud mess there. You know what I mean? Colt Nichols caught him, and then McElrath said, "Oh no, we can't do this," and then he pulled away from him. So
He was on damage control.
yeah, absolutely.
So great job for Shane McElrath. They have 2 more events left to go. I believe they have one more East Coast race and then the East-West shootout race because they're going.
And they'll get points in both of those, correct?
Correct, because
Okay.
the next 2 weeks are West Coast races. Then they're going back
Yeah,
to the
for
East
Anderson
Coast, and
race,
then I think they said they have 4 more races left to go. So that's what.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Yep, 450 guys have 4 races left to go. So that means 2 Wests, an East, and
And a showdown.
So
Yeah.
that's what's
It's
going
gonna
down.
be a good time. Them two are not gonna stop. McElrath and Chip Sexton are gonna be
No.
at each other.
They're
I'd
gonna-
say them are the two because they have the momentum swinging their way, and that just helps on the starting line. And then whenever like the other riders see those two both get to start, they're like, well, shit. There we go again. There
They're gonna
goes
buckle
those
down.
two. And here I am again. Playing catch up, and it messes with your mind sometimes.
Nonetheless, yeah.
Right.
450 class. That was a
man.
good race. That was a killer race, all the way down
Like,
to the
I
wire.
don't want to hear everybody bitching at Cooper Webb for like putting his wheels and stuff in there because that's what happens.
That's
They're on a
racing.
championship race, dude.
Listen, do
You
the
passed
others.
me for a championship, dude. I got a chance to maybe look. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. There's a lot of money on the line right there, man. That's their livelihood.
Do not fault Cooper Webb at all.
Do not,
Do
dude.
not.
I don't like him, but I'll tell you what, the kid will race you hard.
It wasn't
He
a
will race you hard.
the Ferrandis, that whole situation. It wasn't that, but I still don't. We're just gonna throw that talk later.
Do to others before they do to you.
Well, it was, you gotta just like try.
If
You
I
know,
knew,
like that, if Tomac would just ride by him and then he not even try to retaliate at all,
Yeah,
I would be
no.
like, dude, now I don't even want to talk about you. You know
if
what I
I
mean?
was leading and I knew the guy in second place was your title contender,
I'm doing everything. I'm out. Like
I'm
that,
expecting him to give me a wheel.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for it to come. I'm
And
not.
Tomac knows.
It's not going to be a
It's just
surprise if I see a wheel.
Well, just as soon as Tomac passed him that second time, Carmichael said on the thing, just as I'm saying it, Ashley just shakes her head all the time. Because I'm just like, all right, protective Tomac, he'll take you down. And then that's what Ricky Carmichael was like, oh, you better watch yourself. You're like, Cooper knows. All he can do is take you down. I'm like, it happens, you know.
Wow.
Rubbin's racing, pal.
Right.
I don't want to hear about it, you know, because I'll tell you what. I was in that first corner at 62 this weekend, and boy, there wasn't nobody being nice and oh, let me get you some space here, take your time. No, there wasn't none of that. I got foot ran over, I got roosted in the neck, I got elbowed in the ribs, or a handlebar was in here, dude. It was all right squashed.
I would fully expect.
Sucked right on me.
Do not fault Cooper Webb for his riding. That's racing, especially when the title's on the line. You're 30 points
Yeah.
down. You have to hope for a big mistake for.
He doesn't do anything different every race.
No.
Cooper comes and does the same thing. Attack. Like he did.
He's
Like
not-
he did that triple from the inside, right on Tomac's back wheel.
That was sick.
Dude, he was lapping Roxon and hit that inside rock. It was like, oh, I was
Say, Cooper Webb.
like, I scared me. I was
He's
like,
not.
he ain't gonna make it. He made it.
He's not our favorite rider, but I have nothing bad to say about Cooper
I
Webb.
love watching him race. Yeah, I just don't want to beat Tomac. As long as Tomac gets the championship, I'll like him after that.
I just want Tomac to get his championship.
right.
Other
He's
than
got
that,
attitude.
I'm not saying bad things about Cooper
And I'm
Webb.
going to tell you right now, that was a great job for Tomac to bring it to the line because you know his bike was losing tads of power here and there. It
Yep,
was smoking.
and holding on to the end.
It was overheating, yeah, and he just wouldn't let up. Like, he was like, I don't even care.
Which-
Tomac's
Tomac?
Yeah, he was overheating.
He just overheating a little bit. So
Some things will run forever.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's it. I mean, until the time comes where a little something pops loose in there, you know. But
Right.
other than that, yeah, he puffing a little bit of smoke, but he was still getting the job done.
So we are wrapping up with the Supercross talk from this past weekend and the previous week. We are 27 minutes into the show. We are just about on to part 2 of the Mario Testa saga.
Real quick, your rider from that 4-foot Zacho Osborne. Is
Oh,
really
Yakko
cranking.
Zacco.
He led how long?
Yakko
Wednesday,
Zacco's been
you know, and then
staying-
Sunday he was right up front again. So I was like, go man, go. You know,
Zach
what I mean? There's
Osborne
that
staying
fire.
consistent.
There's another racer will race you if he's in some kind of
Right
title
there's your
contention,
boy.
too.
Right there's your boy, old Martin Davlos.
Oh, yeah, where was he
riding
at?
in the
Eighth?
mud, 8th place.
Yeah. And hats off to Logan Carnoff for even making it in that main event.
Because you've got.
He put himself in the main event on a 250 scroll down.
Look at this, Davlos. Other than Malcolm Stewart, who's not on a full factory ride, but he's on that Smart Top Bullfrog Moto Concept
Yeah.
Honda. That's factory enough ride.
That's what I'm saying.
We've got Martin Davlos inside the top 10. Justin Barsha, factory rider. Ken Roxon, factory rider. Aaron Plessinger, factory rider. Ben Bloss, Blake Baggett. Pretty much factory riders on that
I'd say
on the
so.
Rocky
Yeah, 'cause
Mountain
that's
KTM
Smart
team.
Top, yeah.
You got Martin Davlos sitting in 8th place, besting all of those riders. Chad Reed in 14th. Justin Hill, who's on one of those Smart Tops Hondas. Vince Freese is as well.
Oh, he
And
takes
Davlos
care of
doesn't
lot of
have
good
a
riders.
ride?
He takes care of a lot. Well, he will next year.
He's going to have it next year.
Yeah, he will next year. He'll be on a factory team next year because
Or
if
a
he wants to
factory
be,
equivalent team.
it's up to him. You know
It'll be
what I
on
mean?
one of
Because like I
those-
said, he's got all the knowledge
I think we might see another red bike coming next year.
for Martin.
Just there may be another red bike coming into the stables for the 2021 season.
Yeah, what are they?
Gas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
KTM.
It's a
Red
KTM replica, except for it's red this time. So we may see more factory capable riders getting onto a factory satellite team, like maybe the Rocky Mountain KTM team. We may see Martin, get onto that team,
I'm
or
with it.
maybe with the Rock River Yamaha team. That's a pretty good team. There's a bunch of satellite teams.
Is that the
Davlos,
old, whenever Rock River Yamaha?
it's
Is that-
Cycle Trader Yamaha team.
That's what. Okay, I was wondering. That's what I thought it went to. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Rock
Well,
River
it's-
Cycle Trader Yamaha. It's all
Yeah,
the
Rock
same.
River. Mike runs it.
Yeah. Yeah, that pretty much recaps everything from.
Scroll all the way to the bottom real quick. Just real quick. Where'd you get? Last.
Car now?
You got dead last.
Yeah.
He didn't even try, but I was just pumped to make the main event.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
I think
Made
he was,
it
a,
right
he
through.
was a direct transfer.
He was direct transfer, bro. You got the last transfer spot with 250F. Just
in the
that,
mud.
and you were like, oh, what you got? He's like, I don't know what's got to say. I'm like just making memes and shrugging shoulders when I comment on this. Great job, Logan. I mean, just
Right on.
whatever. Yeah. I mean, you want to talk
Awesome.
about not a factory team? You just got, you know what I mean? Like that's awesome, but.
And once again, this week's show brought to you by the folks at the Ohio MX PitBike riders. Sean Lowe and the boys down there at the OMPR are trying to reach 10,000 members by July 4th. We have about a month left to go to get that 10,000 member mark. So if you guys,
They're at right now. I have to check it out.
I have to check it out as well. But they're trying to reach 10,000 members to give away a brand new Pitster Pro FSC 110R. So if they get that 10,000 member mark, they're gonna give away one of those pit bikes. So become a member. Ask to be a member. If you know somebody that is a member, tell them to share so everybody can get in on winning one of those pit bikes. So huge shout out to the boys at the OMPR, the Ohio MX Pit Bike Riders, for helping us out.
We have 5,655 so far. We have about 4,000 to go in 1 month, so we better just
We better share
somebody
it.
hit like, subscribe, share. You guys gotta do all that, and you guys will get to
and
enough
tag
people.
10 friends
And
to join.
tag 10 friends in it because that's where we're at right now. That's what we got.
Yep.
5,655 others and me. So I guess it'd be.
Also, this past weekend, Luke Gowdy, a local rider, I've seen him ride quite frequently around in the area, central Ohio area. He was involved in a terrible motorcycle accident. I don't know if it was at COCR or exactly where, if it was at a practice track or where this incident was, but Luke Gowdy has gotten injured, and Sean Lowe and Dustin Silvis are putting together a GoFundMe account to try to raise some funds for his medical bill. So I will hopefully get a link for that in the very near future. Dustin Silvis hit me up earlier today about that, so I just wanted to
Sorry to hear this, man.
touch back.
Man, that always terrible.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Also want to give a huge shout out to Reed's Auto Detailing. Mention the MotOHIO show to get a little bit of a discount off of a auto detailing job. So huge shout out and thank you to Reed Woodring for helping us out for the 2020 season for the MotOHIO show. Reed's Auto Detailing. Check them out. Check on their link in the description below. Also, Smooth Speed MX, Corey Schaefer Knocker, wheel builder extraordinaire. If you need new tires put on your wheels, if you need your wheels trued, need some new spokes put in, need some new wheels laced up, get a hold of Corey Schaefer Knocker, Smooth Speed MX, right here in Canton, Ohio. Check his link in the description below. Mention the MotOHIO show to get hooked up with maybe a swag packer.
That's what's up. Yeah, Corey's doing a great job on and off the bike, man. I seen him Wednesday at Malvern.
He's looking good.
Riding. Phenomenal.
Huge shout out to Bob and Patty Harrington, Pro Action, Northern Ohio, rebuilding suspension, turning clickers, set and sag, revalving forks. They can pretty much make your bike handle the ever-changing track conditions. So get a hold of Bob and Patty Harrington, Pro Action, Northern Ohio. I love them.
Well, I thought it was great. His turnaround time was amazing.
It's great.
I took it up there on a Monday. I picked him up on a Wednesday.
Yep.
Wop wop. Thank you for the whole rebuild.
Action Extreme Sports down there in New Philadelphia, Ohio, your KTM dealership in the local area. Also a Kimco dealer. If you guys are looking to get a new four-wheeled machine or a two-wheeled machine for the 2020 season or 2021 season, he's getting new models in all the time. So get a hold of Jeff Ricker down there at Action Extreme Sports to get yourself a new bike. Also, he can get you any parts or accessories down there at AES. I'm down there on some Saturdays taking some part orders, so come down and see me on some Saturdays, and I'll get you guys some parts and accessories to get you guys back out there on the track or trail. Also, Flow Vision Company helping us out, keeping us looking fly at the racetrack. Redefine your vision, create your own flow with a set of Flow Vision goggles or sunglasses. I got it.
That's the best one, isn't it? It just sounds like Tony the Tiger. Bro, he got the flow.
So
the flow.
He's got the new 3D hats out. So I got the purple 3D hat. So check these out. These are sweet.
Yeah, it's got the lifted thing off of it.
He's got a ton of different color schemes of these 3D logo hats. So definitely check out the Flow Vision Company website. Check their link in the description below as well. So.
I was just saying, I got the 3D. I got the
hats.
You're 1D. You're 1D,
Oh,
Kevin.
wow, there you go.
Oh,
way
I'm
better.
supposed to be doing these in the show, you know what I mean? And be like, so, the A classes.
Rocking the Patriot sunglasses, Kevin Ott down there at Flow Vision Company.
Yeah, buddy, man, they're sweet.
Also want to give a
pretty
huge,
nice.
also want to give a huge shout out Ben Smith, Tardesigns. He is your graphics expert. If you guys need some banners for your company, if you guys need some vehicle wraps, if you guys need some bike graphics made up, get a hold of Ben Smith Tardesigns down there in Zanesville, Ohio. He can get your bike looking fresh for the 2020 season.
Dude, I got some stuff on.
We got
Let me tell you right now, man, when my bike comes out there and everybody's like, oh, this graphics killed it, that guy killed it, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be in a magazine somewhere. You watch how
We're gonna have some team looking graphics.
Dude, he's look sweet. He's amazing with his colors and his stuff.
He's good.
He's got a heck of an eye.
And huge shout out as well.
So good.
Huge shout out as well, Rob Baumgart, Defiance Lifestyles. Hey Mario, just lean over that way just a little bit. Everett 328 is your discount code to save 25% off your Defiance Lifestyles order. You can get custom pit shirts. You can get custom made T-shirts. You can get any Moto style T-shirts. He's doing custom event shirts for a lot of these super regionals. Rob Baumgart with Defiance Lifestyles is. So make sure you guys get on their website, check out their gear, check out their custom pit shirts, and use discount code Everett328 to save 25% off your order from Defiance Lifestyles. So thank you everybody for helping us out.
Absolutely, we really do appreciate it, and that's what keeps everything rolling. It keeps us moving, keeps everybody's word out there. And I think we represent these people well.
I hope so.
I do my best every time I'm out to help. I mean, I'm picking up 50 riders with flow vision goggles, and I don't even know.
Just trying to get them some good PR.
I picked him up 100% couple goggle guys. You know what I mean? But I'm always down there for a PW50 race in the rutted area, so I try to help everybody as best I can. If somebody has a question and I can answer it, I do so. That's the best I got.
I'm just going to recap on a couple of these comments because we're leading into the Saga
Dude,
Mario.
I don't even want to read any of them anymore because I've been laughing too hard.
Oh, they're funny. We've got a bunch of Mario Testa fans. Carrie Campbell wishes that he would come back to Florida. Blake wants to show down with you, Kevin, this weekend at Malvern.
I got it into works. I've already sent it to Malvern. We're trying to have a 2 p.m. showdown Saturday before the race. I don't know if it's going to be prepped or not. Maybe 1 lap, maybe 2 laps. Really whatever Bobby let us do. But that's why I figured he could get maybe some spectator gig money out of it.
Really?
And it'd be just, you help us, we help you. I'm trying to close the beef between the motocross, quad, and bike with everything else that we have going on in the world. So, try to bring everybody together.
Austin Edwards wishes you would elaborate a little bit more.
He loves you, bro. No problem.
Hey, best graphic designer in the world.
There you go.
I want to thank Reed for joining us. You were at High Point this past weekend, you were saying, Kevin, so this is crazy. Glad Ivan, you were down there at Route 62 this past weekend. We've had Ivan in the studio, so
absolutely.
It was awesome seeing him. He was out there in the pit bike class.
He was great. Well, and then he took Tyler Boggs' 125 out for the 1 class. Okay?
Did he?
He went and ripped it, dude. And he had some mechanical failures, but he was cruising on that number 8 CR125. And then and when he's letting you into the gates, he's calling you down the gates. He's hilarious, man.
Ivan's a good guy.
Trip. Yeah, I like him. He's a hype man, dude. He really had us all wound up. It was fun.
He is a good guy for down there at Route 62.
Dude, it was great.
Also wanted to say hey to Ryan Smith. I've seen him at a tri-state race. Already said that earlier in the show. You've rode with him a lot.
I lived with him.
Lived with him down there at Lake Sugar Tree. I can't wait to go down there to LST and just do some more riding.
Beautiful down there.
Awesome facility. Anything else going on? Austin Edwards still chirping at Mario. Tyler Boggs chiming in. Just seeing what else is going on here.
Chad was over there to race Little Bilton Boy. Said the yoker was on fire. Of course he was, man. He was rolling.
Excellent. Kyle Gills made it in the plus 25, and Kenny Henry in the plus 30 class. Kenny Henry, we've seen him ride quite frequently. So,
comeback.
Nicole, we're going to get on.
He's been in Florida for so long, he should be zooming around.
Nicole, we're going to get on that in just a couple of minutes. Roxon has asthma, so thank you, Nikki, for chiming in on that. And I bet with the altitude, the asthma is just getting provoked even more.
How do you just get asthma?
I don't know.
Like
maybe he's had asthma, but maybe the altitude is provoking
maybe he just
it more.
never let nobody know, so that because like a lot of times I wouldn't want to tell anybody that because then they just like try to.
I would, because then you beat them with asthma.
Man, Roxon's no excuse. He's beating him with 2 T5 Terminator arms. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think asthma is the least of his worries. I thought,
Right.
He got like T-Rex arms. One's longer than the other. I'm like, dude.
You should probably see Cooper Webb and get the nose strips.
Yeah, he needs the nose strips.
Breathe
the
easy.
first time I catch a rider with black stuff under their eyes, I'm gonna be like, yeah, bro, you got the whole thing going on, don't you, in there?
So
but I'm a Ken Roxon fan, but
I do like.
I'm sorry,
Ken Roxon,
guys.
man.
I'm sorry for everybody that's the super fan because boy, oh boy.
So all that lead up to you now, Mario.
Good day, mate.
Like I said, we
What's
left
up,
off with.
I think you follow fine.
Huh?
You recap all these pros like no problem. Let's hear the Mario Testa Saga continue.
Like I said, we left off with 2014 with the 2-stroke RM 250 trip to Loretta Lynn. So just, I'm just gonna sit back and listen because Well, yeah, I'll chime in.
I like questions.
From Loretta's there in 2014, let's just kind of fast forward. You had one more thing you wanted to mention in 2014. What was that?
I think it was 2014 or 2013. My one good buddy, Hubert Rowland from Nitro Circus, he drove into Loretta's, especially just to hang out with me and to support me there and stuff. So that was pretty cool. I was really excited for that. And
That's Travis's personal mechanic, isn't it?
Yeah, he.
That's America's favorite redneck mechanic.
Yeah, and then
or whatever they call him.
Yeah, and then I don't know, a couple weeks later, I don't even know if maybe it was before that, I went to Travis's house and got to jump in the foam pit and all that cool stuff. And
I was close to Travis. I was at Applewhite's.
yeah,
I went to Applewhite's, but I never got to go to Travis's.
yeah, I've heard of them.
They're cool. They
Good
got
stuff,
2 or 3
yeah.
tracks. It's like at Pastrana Land.
Yeah,
Same
sick.
thing. You guys got a bunch of money.
But did that, and so that was pretty cool. And yeah, so then 14, so now we're on 2015, right?
Yeah.
2015 is when I made my move to Lake Sugar Tree with Ryan Smith. And actually, how I got there was I was just at Bud's Creek for an area qualifier. I rebuilt my bike in the hotel room at the Hilton.
Right.
Put a top end in it.
Oh, I did it on the 2nd floor. We were on
It
my
was.
bike
I had
up
to
the
take it
steps.
up. I had to take it up the elevator.
Dad had the back, I had the front.
Yeah.
Oh, you went to the elevator. That's awesome.
Me and my
Stand
buddy.
it up?
Me and my.
Or did it roll in?
No, I just rolled right in. Me
Nice.
and my buddy Joe Mutta.
That's awesome.
And I rebuilt it, put a freshy top end in it, and
left it in there
went
all
out the
night,
next
took
day.
it back the
Yeah,
next morning.
and I was looking for a place to go kind of train, and at the time, it's getting into bike work more and more, so I was really looking for a place to call home, kinda. And I'd been at Jammers and wasn't happy with it, and actually, Cody Layton, you ever heard, Cody? He lives out west now. He's from Lodi.
I've heard of him before.
Yeah, he mechanics and stuff
Cody
out
Layton?
west. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard.
And he was like, hey, dude, he's like, Ryan Smith and Gary Bailey, he's like, they're opening up this training facility, and you should check it out. Because Cody was wrenching for Carter Gordon,
Okay.
and Carter was training with Gary full-time at the time. So I was like, all right, cool. So, he's like, well, Gary will be here tomorrow, Miss Diane. And I was like, all right, we'll set it up, and we went and talked to him and stuff like that. And they're like, okay, cool, we'll give you a call. So I bit back down to North Carolina after I raced that weekend. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, cool, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's like, oh, yeah, we'll give you a call.
Hey, you always
Yeah.
wonder that. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
you're
I
right.
need to go make some money and get myself
yeah,
going.
you're right.
Because that's not going to happen.
This call ain't going to come.
Right.
Call came. I said, all right. And I bipped up to Lake Sugar Tree, and we got a little training facility going up there, and it was pretty cool. We had a lot of guys and a lot of good times. And in 2015, racing-wise, I didn't really do much. I worked for the one kid that was there, Tyler Gibbs.
Okay.
I think he went to Loretta's in C class that year. He did pretty well. I think he top 10'd it, but I pretty much just wrenched for him, and I just kind of rode, and I had some back problems and stuff, so it really didn't it was just kind of like an off year for me, I guess you could say. Yeah, I mean, that was it, and then I think we went
2015?
2015, yeah, we went to...
I think that's when I went down to Lake Sugar Tree, because I had my
Did you?
250F, and it was like the, may have been winter 15, 16 is when I went down. I was like the only person there.
in Lake Sugar Tree?
Huh?
Virginia.
Virginia. It's right
Okay.
by Martinsville Speedway.
It
Okay.
is.
I know where that's at.
Moonshine capital of the world.
Absolutely. Meow meow.
Dude, the moonshine down there is unreal. Like, it's like water.
It could still be unreal.
Let's go down there this winter.
Yeah, I'm down.
Sick.
Yeah.
It's worth
Yo,
it.
you guys would love it. In Gary's shop, man, it's like a museum of just
Cool stuff.
cool stuff. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
probably some pictures and stuff on my Instagram, just like memorabilia, helmets, like just jerseys out the ass, like it's just crazy cool shit everywhere.
So you got the call to go and train.
Yeah, train, and the first day I showed up, whatever, we all had our meeting and stuff like that, and the next day I go out and I start riding, and like, I don't even think there's anybody there, so I'm just riding the little night track that he has there that's pretty badass, and he has some pretty good turnouts. He's done a couple pro shootouts there and stuff that have been really cool, and like, he's paid really well for them. Paid out really good, but so I'm just riding the track, doing my thing, just having fun, and Gary comes over and watches, and I didn't know him at the time, and he watches a couple laps, pulls me over to the side, and I said, hey man, what's going on? He's like, not much. He's like, you suck. I was like, Swear to God, that true story. He's like, you effing suck.
Oh, wow.
I said, really?
Appreciate that.
He said, yeah. He's like, I don't know how you go that fast with that style. And I said, well, sir? I said, that's why I'm here. I said, tell me what I got to do. And
so you went from one Gary to the other Gary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So,
because I already mentioned this name earlier. I was like, don't
yeah.
do schools too?
So from that point on, me and Gary were pretty close.
Because he called you out.
He called me out, and I was like, just tell me what I got to do then. I'm like, that's why I'm here.
Yeah. You're not a
I'm
fool.
not you.
Right.
You know what you're doing, but
I get that a lot too, because I'm old. I mean, I fell in some bad ways, and I don't even know how you go that fast, dude. Your knees aren't even touching the bike.
Right?
They're not. I see pictures of you. You're just like, you're just bird flapping out there.
I stay nice and loose and limber, man. I let that bike go over once.
yeah, and
Gotta grip with your knees. What?
and I think that year too, yeah, I did meet. I reading the comments. I did meet PJ Carter and them. They're a great family from up in Maine and stuff. They were
I want to
actually
go run the main event.
Huh?
I want to go run the main event.
I
sometime.
raced it. Shit. Well, I don't know what year that was. Maybe 14 is when I raced it. Because I had my two-stroke and the thing. I think both my bikes broke, so I borrowed my buddy's girlfriend's KTM. Raced it. But
Been there.
it was fun.
Well, my bike was
We had a
down.
blast
I was
up there.
borrowing everybody's bikes.
Yeah, I forget what track that's at. What's that track called?
I don't know, but it's called the main event. The whole
Yeah,
event is called the main event.
And it's in Maine?
It's in
Yeah,
Maine.
it's
Ah,
in
that's
Maine.
amazing.
It's a
Of
sick
course you
track.
do that.
It's
Of course you do that,
it's
yeah.
sick.
Nonetheless, 2015 was a kind of a washy
year, but like had fun, like, you know what I mean, like just kind of found my groove. You know, I was working on bikes, you know, rebuilding engines and stuff like that. Loved it, and so then 16 rolled. I think we all went to Florida. 15, maybe 16. I can't remember what I did. But
That's
anyways,
awesome. That's awesome that you're telling the story.
16.
It's like, I can't remember what I did.
16 rolls around, like with MX207. That's where it's at.
Yeah,
that's it.
because Dakota's got a bunch of videos there too.
Yeah.
Jimmy owns Charles
Yeah.
5.
MX207.
Yeah, I've seen the track. It's fun.
Yeah, it is. It's sick.
Sweet.
But so then, 2016. Let's see. I've been trying to remember all day, like 15. Like I had to call my dad before I came here. I said, "Dad, what did I do in 2015?" Cannot remember.
That's
But-
some good dingers we take out there on the track. I promise, man. I know what you're talking about.
So then in 16, I ended up, I think in the fall, I did some pro-ams and stuff like that.
It was a good build year.
Good build year in 16. I ended up getting my pro card in 16. I drove myself all the way down to Georgia. It was like 10 hours at Lazy River.
Yep.
They had a pro-am.
Mm-hmm. Got enough points there?
Took the truck, loaded it up, you know what I mean? Just by myself, and my buddy Canyon Richards, I don't know if you ever heard of him. They were down there. By chance, I ran into him, and I'm like, oh, sweet, at least I'm not here by myself anymore.
Pit with them.
Yeah, pitted with
Absolutely.
them, and we had a great weekend, and I ended up getting all my points that weekend, and
I was supposed to go down there and announce a couple of races for
Turned
Mickey
pro, yeah.
this year down at Lazy River.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to it too.
yeah, that was in like spring of 16. Yeah, that had to have been in the spring. Yeah, that was in the maybe it was either 15 or 16. I don't know. Whatever. It's a blur.
Right.
Either way, I got my pro card. First pro national. Go to High Point. On the way to High Point on Friday because you do tech. We're driving down the road and the wheel falls off the truck. Like pretty much. Like it's trailer behind
Front?
us. Yeah. No. Huh?
Front wheel?
No,
Other side?
back rear wheel.
Ah,
We're like
that's-
driving down one happy family, you know what I mean? Here we go, we're going to the race.
Tires first past you.
Yeah.
Like, shit, my dad's a great mechanic, I
Yeah.
promise you know. And
That's funny, man.
and we
That's
get
how
out,
it
we're
goes.
looking, I don't know, some of the studs snapped. I don't know, he's painting the rims or something. I don't know. Either way, so we're sitting here on the side of the road, tech's like in 2 hours, 3 hours, and like shit, you know, and we're all just going at each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit's heating up, and
Oh, yeah.
I said, screw it. And I got on my phone and found the Advance or whatever it was. Like 8 mile walk each way. I just hucked it there, there and back.
That's it.
Yeah, it was like 100 degrees outside, you
That's
know,
it.
High Point, and we
Oh,
get there.
no.
And yeah, so that was good. That was a good time, you know, breaking down and
Did you make it through tech though?
Oh yeah. Made it through tech, no problems. And then I think that's when I think it's 16. Also, some of this is kind of a blur, so whatever the years were, but I'm just gonna ramble on a little bit. In 16, I think that's when I bought Ryan's old toy hauler from him.
Okay.
And that was the one I used. You know, it was just sitting there, and I was like, oh, cool, I'm gonna buy it. And the front end was kind of rotted off on it, and I'm like, oh, sick, it won't be that bad to rebuild it.
Right. No, I
It's a nightmare.
And I'm not a carpenter by any means, so like Gary's helping me with the with redoing the front of it and stuff like that. And he's like 76, 75, whatever, 74, I don't know, something like that. But like he acts like he's 16. I love the guy to death. And he was having like back problems where his legs would just randomly go numb, and like he would like almost fall over. And I'm like, and he's up on this ladder, okay, all the way at the top.
And this is when the episode decides to pop off.
Right. He's all the way up on this ladder, and I'm like, Gary, this just tell you kind of guy. I'm like, Gary, get down. You're gonna, you know what I mean? Like, it's not safe.
Right.
He's like, oh, don't tell me what to do, blah blah blah. Just hand me the effing drill. And I'm like, okay, here you go.
Yeah, thank you.
But we ended up getting that fixed, and that's when I got my semi truck that year. And redid that. I traded Ryan's girlfriend's dad. He has a plant nursery down there, and I traded out him some work and got the sets. I got my semi truck, and so I mean, like everything I've worked for, you know. Like,
Yeah.
And
doing things the hard way.
It's everything I do is the hard way. There ain't nothing easy. And so
It'd make it too much, man.
Huh?
It'd be just too boring, man.
Yeah, like
Just
you
be
gotta.
a boring life, dude.
You gotta.
Great life. It's just been wild.
You gotta do that.
Same
Yeah.
as you. I love listening to this because I'm like, I've been through all this. This
Yeah.
is great.
Also in 16, my second pro race, I think it was at Muddy Creek. The Veteran MX guy, or no, they came to High Point the first year. You ever heard of Veterans MX
Yep.
Foundation?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, he's like one of my really good friends. He came out to support me at High Point and at Muddy Creek, and that's how they got actually involved with Lucas Oil and stuff. Believe it or not, was because he was at Muddy Creek with me,
Just watching
me, and like he ended up going. You know, he had that MX shirt on, and he ended up going to into like the Lucas Oil tent. He didn't know what the hell it was. And he ends up talking to them, and then you know what I mean.
They talked to him.
Yeah, talked to
bam.
him, and then like Carrie Bowling jumped on board. You know,
Yeah.
she's been a great supporter of it, and you know, I've helped set up some of the auctions, some of the private auctions and stuff that they'll do at the races, and that's been a cool thing to be a part of. They were in that new movie that came out too.
Yeah. The new ride movie?
War,
yeah.
whatever.
Bennett's War.
Bennett's War. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, they were.
Thanks, sidekick.
They were
That's
in
like
that.
Google. That was like Google. Hey Siri, what was that about?
Anyhow, back
Just
to
popped in. Yeah, that was great.
the
So-
BetMX Foundation's a great foundation.
Yeah, great cause. And
So these nationals, did we make it into the main?
nah,
These first ones?
No.
Okay, I just wondered.
So-
I mean, you was leaving that
Qualified.
out, but I was just wondering if
Just-
you was leaving it out because like we just made it in, or we just. I mean, we
No.
made it through tech,
Uh-uh.
time qualifying, and then.
I actually haven't made one yet.
I thought I watched you at High Point one.
Nope, I've missed them by like one spot. I'll be like
Oh,
one
darn!
spot
I
out,
could have
two
swore I seen a
spots out.
961 on the Suzuki. Okay, never mind.
No.
I get it.
Goals.
Goals.
Did
Yeah.
you kid? I've
I've come
I'm
close.
with
I
you, bud.
I have a hard time. It's not that I don't have the speed to do it. It's like my speed and everything's there. I have a hard time processing the track that fast.
Same here.
Everything gets thrown at you.
That's my problem.
instantly.
I can't process it fast enough, and it just
To
that's
charge
just the
it.
way my
I
brain
can't
is.
process it fast enough to charge it. I can
To
process
charge
it
it,
fast enough to do the
to
jumps,
ride it.
but I can't scrub them like I really want to. Like
Right.
now, I think around, oh, that triple's done, dude. Now we drop a gear to second, and I'm gonna smack that.
Right, and so that's been
But
my
that's it. Yeah, I get
biggest
it.
problem because like, granted, the LCQs and stuff, like I've been in qualifying position before and just crashed or something, it just ain't happened yet. But
Nothing to turn your nose at.
no, because I've qualified really good, and I've made it farther already in the sport than I ever thought I would, to be honest with you.
No, for sure.
You know, I'm just, you know, when I decided, hey, I want to be a pro motocross rider, I was 16 years old in Medina, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm traveling the country, and you know, like Gary Bailey's like a grandpa to me. I talk to him all the time, and it's crazy, honestly, the amount of people I've met throughout the whole country.
That's why whenever I talk to
insane,
so many
man.
families with children,
like that, BJ, he's from up in Maine.
Yeah, but this is the sport to get in.
You know?
Just listen to this great. He's traveling everywhere, and people every place he stops is helping.
Yeah,
that's Moto family. Right
yeah,
there. That's all.
And then like in 17, I think was the year. I think that's the year. Nico, Izzy, we rode with him a bunch. Yeah, at Sugar Tree, he lived there. So did Stroop, Austin, and Justin Cooper.
Okay.
And we all were like, I was Justin's like kind of mechanic at the time. Did a bunch of his bikes and stuff, and me and him are still good buddies to this day.
It's funny what she told me.
He was like,
yeah, come with me.
Yeah, he was like, be my mechanic when I turn pro, and I was like, I said, nah, dude, I'm still racing. You know what I mean? I didn't think he was gonna be as good as he is today. To be honest with you, like he's so calm and like just like
a
cool,
chess
collected.
player.
Yeah, he's just so calm and like
now he's compiling.
Yeah, he just
right. Like if you were to meet him on the streets, you were like, no way that dude rips a dirt bike like that.
He's just a
like,
dude.
Like no way. But man, he puts the helmet on. He's a totally different dude.
Oh, he's good.
But yeah, Nico, I learned actually a shit ton off of Nico, Stroop, and Justin.
I believe it.
Like, they're unreal.
They're
how
good
much
guys.
I've learned from them.
I remember seeing pictures of Nico Easy in magazines when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So he's no joke.
No, he can still rip. So can Stroop. Stroopy rips. Me and him used to have like, cause he's into cooking a little bit, and so am I. We used to have like cook-offs and stuff at night, like who could cook better, and it's like just crazy fun stuff, you know that.
Well, because that's
what
you do to keep yourself going.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know, we'd all ride together and do everything, and Izzy blew my doors off at Area 330, like I said. But you know, it is what it is, and then in 17. So yeah, I basically at 17, I started what year was it? 17 or 18? 17, I think I went. I think it was either 17. I went back down to Florida, I believe.
Okay.
No.
Just to do some training?
Yeah, 7. No, I think it. I don't know. I'm getting my years mixed up, but either way, after that I go down. I ended up doing some. I got on like just some local guys wanted to create a race team in Sugar Tree in that area, and I got on that. Got some bikes, and that's when I did the indoor series for the first time. I'd never in my entire life
rode an arena
cross, supercross track, anything like that.
The Victory Sports Arena Cross Series down there?
Yeah, and those are no joke.
Oh, yeah.
Those are no jokes.
Nick Gaines raced those.
Yeah,
like you get some good dudes.
Straight up and down jumps, the whoops of your hips.
Bitterman,
holy wow. Yeah.
It's unreal. So, you know, and I actually started out, you know, doing those. I wasn't even making the main events at them. Like they were that stacked, and like I was so inexperienced at indoors. It's completely different ball game.
No, I'm with it.
We were riding Supercross. Ryan helped me out a bunch with the indoor. He's pretty good with the indoor stuff, and I'll be honest with you, I was scared shitless the first time I rode a Supercross track. I was so scared. I had nightmares the night before.
When you get them long rhythm lanes like that, don't mess up. Because A, someone's going to land on you, or B, you're going to loop out, you know, or you're just going to click into the next obstacle. Yeah, they always made me nervous too.
I was so scared, like, but hey, I did it, and it was fun, and then by the end of it, like I got a couple thirds in the main events and a couple fifths, and like I was right up front and became a front runner. I think I got like 3rd or 4th overall in the whole series. Like it was a good time, and I learned a lot with that. And man, this one race we went to with Ryan, because he raced them all too. We just all go, me, him, Alfred.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there. I think my bike broke or something, and I didn't race the main event, but Ryan did. It was one of those, because they're such small tracks. You know how they are.
Yeah.
Like, shit just gets
I keep
fucking
up with
crazy.
them. I keep up with them pretty good.
He doesn't
So-
announce it to me.
Ryan ends up cleaning out the leader. The leader comes around the lap in, but Ryan was in second. He didn't even know it was the leader. Cleans him out. But I shit you not, if there wasn't 1,000 people at our van
Oh, yeah.
ready to whip his ass. Like, it was insane.
Oh wow.
So
So
it
glider, I know
had the-
Logan can fly on the indoor races.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are the good races, I said.
Logan Flighter.
Yeah,
he
he
can
rips.
fly.
Yeah, he's always done good. But, so we ended up having to defuse that situation. I mean, the cops came and like
Oh no.
told everybody to leave. Like it got serious real quick.
You got
but
defused
yeah,
though.
From there, like, it was fun, and then
Still riding any indoor races or thinking about it or?
I was going to this winter, and I didn't end up doing it because I don't have a 250F and I needed to. I don't know, like it just didn't work out. Like, cause we'll get into that part, but the so that was like 17. So yeah, I just did the indoor races, went to outdoors, and actually two weeks before outdoors, the team kind of folded up and they're like, hey, you know what I mean? Sorry. And I was
That
like,
sucks.
2 weeks before outdoors, and I was like,
Had to turn your bike in and
yeah, I didn't have bikes, I didn't have anything. 2 weeks before High Point, and I'm like, shit. So that's how I got on the Suzuki's.
Oh, okay.
Charles at Piedmont Floors, he helped me out a bunch, and got on some bikes, and the Suzuki's are good. I like them; they're not bad. But got on the Suzuki's, so I guess that was 2018 then. So yeah, I did that and the Ring Across stuff in 17.
yeah.
And then 2018, did the outdoors. It was kind of messed up year for me, the 18, because it just like mentally wasn't all there with the team folding and just that problems. And I ended up moving back home. Ended up kind of moving back to Ohio and just trying to figure things out. And but I got close a couple times in 17 or 18. I mean, at the outdoors. And then it brings us into 2019.
Yeah. This is where
Shit gets real.
this is where it all comes unraveled.
This is where it all gets real.
Now, when it gets real, let's just be real, and okay? And I know it's gonna get real. Here's where it gets real. So just remember, I got munchkins watching this. Okay, so let's just throw that out there real quick, because I know it's gonna get serious here in a minute. So let's go.
So 19. What did I do last winter?
He's in Florida.
What did I do last winter? I don't even remember.
I thought
I knew you were training for
Oh,
E-Rocks
last winter.
fall.
Yeah. Okay, so 19. I stayed home in the winter of 18 actually and worked.
Okay.
I worked all winter, and just to save money up for outdoors. And I had all my fuel money saved up. I had everything, like I had backing, I had everything, sponsorships. I had it all covered, like
Ready to go.
ready to go. And BJ, the guy up there, BJ Carter, he's from Maine. He was like, hey, come down to Sugar Tree with me and the boys. He's like, and I'll help you out a little bit too for your season. And I said, okay, cool, so I drive up to Maine and get the truck with him to just drive down to Virginia, but
Right.
whatever, it's what you do. It was fun. And that's when I broke my foot. So 2 days in, I'm training with Gary. We were all kind of doing like a school thing, and I come out of this. It was like an uphill right-hander off camber, kind of, and then it went into a straight. But the straight was like, we called it the beach and track, but I don't want to cuss, but
No, I get it.
beach
but-
and track. But
yeah, well, no, that's good.
so
I just figured with this series,
cut-
it might get there.
Oh.
There was maybe an half come through.
No,
Okay?
no.
You're good.
So I come out of the corner and I kind of got a little crooked, and I didn't straighten it up because like I was trying different lines, and I just come into the straightaway sideways and just
Plant high side.
snap my foot in half, and I'm like, oh, I think I broke my foot, and they're like, for real? And I'm like, yeah, pretty sure it's broke.
Heard it? Did you
Yeah,
hear it? Yeah.
like I didn't hear it, but like I felt it, and it swelled up.
I always feel like I feel like I can hear them inside. Like, you didn't hear my legs break?
Like I know
They're in the
exactly what
stands.
happened. Like it bent down. Like when it kicked to the left, it bent down underneath the foot
Oh,
peg and
uh-huh.
just snapped it right there because
Yeah.
I broke it right in the middle, shattered it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's all cool. Like whatever. So that takes the California rounds out, obviously, because now I'm hurt.
Yeah.
You know, but like I was in shape, man. I was doing spin classes 5 days a week.
You're
Like,
ready for it.
I was ready. I was 100% committed. I was 100% in. Like, I was ready. Nothing was stopping me. So,
Broke foot, did it?
broke foot.
Yeah, that
Like,
was
whatever. I'm not going to let that get me down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
keep on ripping. 4 weeks, I'll be good to go. You know? So, I give it like 2 weeks. Foot's not getting any better. And I'm like, probably should go to the doctor. So, go to the doctor. He's like, oh, it's shattered. You might as well kiss your whole summer goodbye.
Was you
like-
still walking on it?
Huh? Yeah, like my buddy Matt Miser gave me like an air boot, and I was kind of like walking and like whatever, you know, like
So you never. Yeah, that's.
just doing my own thing.
I get it. Yeah.
But
never
take it
really let it
easy.
super heal.
But it wasn't going to, no matter what. Like
I get
it
it.
had to have surgery. I had plate and 6 screws put in there. So,
Been there, done that.
right.
Yep.
So I go into I get the surgery. Coming out of surgery.
Yep.
Right? 20 minutes out of surgery, I'm sitting in the front seat of the car. My girlfriend at the time's driving. We're going down 21 South. Right? Some girl cuts over both northbound lanes, the center median, the fastbound lane of the
I'm trying to south.
slow down. Yeah. Boom! T-bones us right in the door. We're going like 60 mile an hour. We like spun around, did like 3 barrel rolls, hit the embankment, did a front flip.
Jesus.
Right? And like I caught it right out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And I was-
yeah, because you're just like, here it comes.
I knew it
Here
was
we
coming.
go. This
And-
is not looking good.
Somehow, I kind of like I didn't pass out, but I'm sitting there and I'm looking up,
Everything
and I'm
stopped
in
at
the,
this point.
I'm in the everything's
Yeah,
like,
okay.
and I'm like,
Wow.
I'm in the back seat.
Oh,
And I was
wow.
in the back seat laying down
And you were in the front before?
with my foot up against the window, like propped up somehow. Yeah, I was in the front seat with my foot on the dash.
Wow.
So I'm
It's a
like,
juicy one right there, bud.
yeah, that one sucked. So I'm like, oh man, there's blood. I'm like, who's bleeding? You know, like girlfriend at the time, she was okay. You know, she's just freaking out.
Yeah.
And
hit your
I'm
side
like-
or hit her side of the car?
hit her side of the car, but I don't know, we just rolled, and like the pictures are on my Instagram of the car and stuff. It was total.
We'll check them out and I'll get some posted later.
It was bad.
Yeah.
I remember when it happened. It was like the car was just.
Yeah.
Like it exploded.
Like I've been in some crazy like motocross crashes, but this one, I don't know if it was on top of the surgery. This one really knocked me down. So I ended up breaking my finger in 2 places. Had to have surgery on that the following week.
The
We got it.
anesthesiologist was loving you.
Yeah, I sliced my hip wide open. Had to have surgery on that, or not surgery, but I had to get stitches.
Stitched up. Yeah, stapled.
Broke my shoulder in 2 places, my left shoulder, and my back. I herniated like 2 discs in my back. So
Wow.
whole summer just like gone. So I went
Yeah.
and bought a Harley, but yeah, like on the way home from, we actually ended up driving ourselves back home from the hospital.
Yeah.
Because I was like, they're like, you guys can leave now. And I was like, let's go. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, you want me to drive? I said, yeah, you're fine. Like,
Let's roll.
let's roll. I said,
Yeah.
let's get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
And drove home, but kind of went on a little bit of a spending spree at that point.
Yeah,
Bought a new TV, you know.
Yeah.
You know, these things will
PlayStation,
happen.
like, yeah. So,
It's depression, man.
oh yeah, it was
When you
bad.
break your, like, I broke both my
It was-
legs. I just laid on the couch.
I
and
stayed
just teared
positive
up.
though through the whole thing.
Most
You
of
know
the
what I'm
time,
saying?
yeah,
Like, I just
it's
do what I had to
rough,
do
man.
to keep going and just keep the flow going. And then so that took us right into like the fall before I
Right.
could even start riding. You know,
Right.
so I did some of the E-Rocks, you know, just to get get back in shape. Like, those were straight off the couch.
Moto X country races.
Yeah,
Those were
which
45
I really
minutes.
love those because they're 45 minutes. You know when you're going to race, and then you go home.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Run in there, hit
Love
your
it.
moto, and we'll see you.
Right.
Yep.
Perfect. Did some of those. Enjoyed those. You know, me and Coda, we had a couple good battles and
Yeah, Coda can ride.
and stuff like that. And
That's DeVore.
yeah, DeVore.
Yeah, he's a pretty good rider.
And you know, and that was cool. And then so then I go to Minios because I work for
Yep.
Yamaha, and this one guy I know from Long Island, New York, he's like, hey, I'm gonna take over Sunshine State MX. He's like, you know, you kind of went in, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
let's try it. You know what I mean? I'll come down and help you out. So I ended up going down there in January. Everything's cool, you know. I'm riding again. I'm not like 100% feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Then
Yeah,
you
I
just
just-
took a little steam out.
right, like just the past year just took some steam out from me, and like I just wasn't really like, I don't know, flowing like I should, you
Giving
know,
it to
like
full,
you
yeah.
know, and but anyways, I was coming back, and so then February,
Trying to raise some money.
yeah, just trying to, you know, rate, you know, from the, you know, the track and stuff that we were running, you know, trying to get some money going and stuff.
Yeah.
And I ended up in February. My girlfriend at the time broke up with me. The next day is when my camper burnt down.
So didn't you just sell a bike before that?
Oh, yeah, I
you
sold
gotta
my
do that
bike.
because this is what I was most
Yeah,
upset
I
about.
sold my bike in
You know what I mean?
January.
People try to tell me he didn't have that in there. I mean, bro, he just sold his dirt bike.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
I sold.
That's how it happens.
I sold my bike in
I was pissed.
in
In January.
yeah, in January, right before I left, and I put the money. I had $4,000, put it right in underneath the bed because I didn't want to
Where-
spend it because I was going to go buy another one. I actually sold it to Jim Capen.
I get
That's
it.
who bought
I
it.
understand.
And he actually had it
Done
up
the
for sale
same
a
thing.
couple
Goes
weeks
in a little
ago.
box or something like that's next bike.
Yeah, he's from
Always is.
Ohio. Yeah, sold it to him. And so I had the $4,000 cash sitting there, and probably should have put it in a bank. Looking back now, but you know what I mean. Like you
But
don't.
we ain't never done that.
You don't
Never.
expect that to happen
No.
because if it's in the bank, like I'm gonna try to spend
Spend
it.
it.
You're just
you
swiping,
know?
swiping that card.
Yeah, right. You're
Yeah,
like,
it's just
"Ah,
a Mountain Dew.
Get it next week.
Go ahead and grab a bag of chips
Yeah,
too.
don't work that way.
Yeah, bro, I get it.
Every time. So yeah, so I sold the bike. So down there, I got the one bike. You know, my KTM. I had my Suzuki.
Yeah.
Right. I'm riding it, and the training grenades in it. Broke a shift fork. So I tear it all apart. Whatever. Shift fork's broke. You know, it's all apart on the back bench. And yeah, so bike broke. Had the $4,000 sitting in there with all my other stuff. I had my Loretta's bibs in there. Like, just everything that I owned was in this camper.
Oh, fingers throbbing. You got whacked it.
You guys suck it up.
I know that's right. Come on, tell
You're
your
gonna ruin the
story.
story, man.
No, it's adding to it.
The pain.
I'm in it. I can feel your pain, Mario.
So, man, we're running long on this show.
And
Yeah, it is. We're wrapping up with Mario Testa, the Saga.
So,
this is the best part.
this is.
I'm not trying to use your life as like a. Right. I get it. Yeah, you
ups
know,
and downs.
I just watched it all on the social media.
So, bike. Whatever, breaks the tranny. Girlfriend breaks up with me. That's the same day.
Oh.
That's all in the same day. Next day,
Driving back to Sunshine State. Didn't you go somewhere?
no, yeah, me and Jim,
went to
who
the
I
grocery
sold my
store,
bike
didn't
to, yeah, we went to the gas station. 'Cause I was
Correct.
gonna ride my
'Cause I remember
two-stroke.
you told me this.
Yeah,
Even
I was
though
gonna
messaged
ride
you,
my
I was like, dude,
two-stroke that day, and I was gonna ride my two-stroke that day. So me and Jim Cafen go to the gas station, and we go up to Georgia because it's cheaper. And I get a call on the way there. They're like, "Hey, get John," which is this other guy. He's from New York, and his son's down there riding. John Niles, real good family. She's like, "Get John wants a Snickers bar." And I said, "You know, him, he don't need a Snickers bar."
Right.
I said, "That fat guy don't need one." Hung up. About 10 minutes later, they called me and they're like, "Hey, your camper's on fire. We got Gary out." Gary's my dog. I named him after Gary Bailey.
That's cool.
We got Gary out, but dude, I don't know. It's like all smoking. We got the hose on it, blah, blah. I'm like, you guys are funny. I was like, I'm not getting them a Snickers bar.
Right.
I'm like, you guys are funny, you know?
Oh, man, that's rough, too.
They're like, no, we're being serious. I'm like, you know, because I'm always joking around and like, you know, that's just me. And I'm like, I'm like, whatever. So like, I click, I hang up. They call me back, like, we're being serious. And I said, shit. I told Jim, I said, dude, they said my camper, like, cool, calm play. I said, dude, they said my camper's on fire. Like, we should probably get back. He's like, really? I was like, yeah, I don't know. I said, I don't know.
So as you're getting towards the place, you're looking for smoke?
Yeah, so we pull in, and I'm like, you know, John's sitting there with a garden hose, and you know, he's garden hosing the side of it, and I'm like, damn, they're playing this off really good. Because there was I didn't see any smoke or anything. I'm like,
okay.
Damn, they're really playing this out.
Yeah, they're really taking it to
Yeah, I'm like, this is awesome. You know, not awesome, but I'm like, they're killing it.
Next prank I play is going to be a doozy.
Right. Right, exactly.
You're already thinking about it.
So I get out and I'm like, what are you guys talking about? They're like, dude, no, for real, it was on fire. It came from like the hot water heater area. We think we have it all out. So I opened the door because I was going to go in there and get my money out.
Yeah.
Right? And it was all black and just smoked. And I was like, whatever. You know, it's just the money, like the fire's out. It's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna go up anymore.
Right.
It's done. So I go over, I walk around the hot water heater. You know, nothing's on fire. You know, there's some smoke here and there. And so I go around back to see what's in, you know, if anything in the back caught on fire. I don't know what, this is where it kind of becomes a blur for me because everything happened so fast. All I remember is it's up in flames, and the whole thing just went in the front, right up. I don't know if like some insulation got caught on fire.
If you ever
in
watched
the
the
wall.
house trailer, it's the same deal.
And then like
they go ignite instantly.
Yeah, and then once it like took hit, like oxygen got to it or something, like man, it was. And I said, everybody, get the heck back here. I was, you know, choice words were going on. I said, get the back here. We got to get this shit out. Yeah. So I was able to get some stuff out. You know, before it filled up with smoke and I couldn't get out. You know what I mean? They're like, dude, get out there, get out there. And I'm like, I don't know, I gotta get my shit.
This is my life.
Right, and like, all you can do is sit there and
watch it burn.
Have my dog, and I just
be thankful for that at least.
Watched it burn down, and I literally was on the ground. The pictures are on Instagram. Was literally on the ground, done in 10 minutes, and the only thing I'm sitting there, I'm staring at is my toolbox.
I made it.
A 450 that's all tore apart. I literally took. John was like, "What do you want me to do with this engine?" Because it was on the towel. I had it spread out on the towel in the back. I'm like, "Dude, throw it out." I said, "Get it out of here." I said, "It ain't gonna be no good if it's melted."
Yeah. And
so he literally took the towel, threw it in the field. Whole 450 engine just threw it.
Pieces.
Yeah, I mean it was split. Cases were split.
Oh my God.
Everything split. Like.
Yeah, I mean that's so hard to do.
Everything. I said, dude, throw it. Get it out of here. Like, I can
get it
clean.
away. Yeah,
I said, I can clean shit. Throw it out.
Yeah.
You know?
And y'all know where it goes to put back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just get it out of here.
Yeah, like,
right.
That wasn't my problem.
It gets through a camper fire. It won't be no good.
So yeah, I'm literally standing there, clothes on my back. Thankfully, I had my wallet on me because,
holy shit.
You know, that, you know, but,
if anybody can just take their mind right now, put yourself in that position, I'm not.
Oh, it instantly changes you.
Oh, it sickens.
Instantly changes you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a life-changing experience.
Absolutely.
Because now I'm standing there, I'm like,
oh yeah,
fuck, I don't have shit. Like all I'm looking at is a freaking dirt bike.
Yeah.
And like
in your wallet.
In my wallet with nothing in it. I'm
right.
like, and then you know it's burning. I'm like, oh shit, I had that $4,000 in there. You know,
everything,
I'm like,
everything comes rattling out then.
You know, and then
it's like you said, them accidental fires stuff like that. That's
I mean, dude, like the aluminum cabinets that were in the back, it was so hot, it just melted. It was just puddles. Yeah. It's just puddles.
Looking like the Terminator, dude. Just puddles of just aluminum.
I took it and cleaned it up and flipped it over, got all the wood off of it, took it to the scrapyard. And that was all she wrote with that. Come home, you know, everything's kind of going good. I'm getting, you know, stuff together, you know, and like.
And that was just, you know, a couple of months ago.
Yeah, February.
This year.
Yeah. So of course the girlfriend's like, "Oh, come back home," you know. I still love you. Come back home. All right.
Did that.
Did that, Okay, I'll come back home. Come back home. Everything's good for a month. Go to Daytona. Or we all
I
go
don't want
to
to look
Daytona,
at you right now,
and
bro.
I'm literally like I'm
Daytona,
working
doing a
at
good
Daytona,
job, trying to get it together.
doing my job, working on guys' bikes, getting them going, and everything, whatever. Come back home. I end up renting a bigger house from Dave Smith.
Yeah. 0-1 on the Husky, local rider.
Yeah.
Love Dave, great guy. He's helped me out a lot in the last couple months for sure. He's been a really good friend to me.
Yeah.
And I think half of my shit's at his house. But anyways, I'm down in Florida for Daytona. This guy out of the blue randomly sends me a message. I didn't even know who he was. He's like, "Hey, I got a toy hauler if you want it. I'll sell it to you cheap." And I was like, "Okay."
What's up? Yeah.
So I go look at it, and I ended up picking that up from him. And that's the one I got now. It's just a little bumper pool one, probably 30 foot. It's not small, but
it works.
Yeah, it works. I don't need anything big anymore. I'm just over living at the track and stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm just getting too old for
You just
that.
need a
I
place
just
to
don't
camp
want
out for
to.
that day.
Yeah,
That's all I'm looking for
I
too.
just don't even.
Absolutely.
I just don't want to live at a track and train day to day anymore. It's just too much.
No, yeah, I understand.
Because it's a grind. You do it for 10 years.
It wears on you.
Yeah, it wears on you hard, man. It's a grind. You got to remember too, guys. I'm working on my own bikes. I drive myself to the races.
It's all you. It's
I
just
wash
you.
everything. My parents would come on the weekends.
No, I get it.
But Dad works full-time job. He'd leave Friday night after work, drive 10 hours to get to me Saturday morning for nationals, and then he'd take off Saturday afternoon. We'd leave
home.
Saturday evening to get home for work on Monday.
No, I get it.
So my parents and family did everything they could.
It's a grind for everybody.
But it was a grind,
yeah.
and just keeping the wheels turning, and still on top of that, I'm still rebuilding bikes to make money to get to the next race. So it's just a lot, and that kind of went back, but whatever.
Yeah,
I told you we're gonna ramble around a little bit, but anyways, so March, whatever, I ended up renting a house from Dave.
Just working locally.
Yeah, working locally. I took a job, because I had my CDL and stuff. Took a job driving a dump truck, and just to put some money in my pocket.
Yeah.
And just kind of get things figured out, life-wise, and because like I said, camper burning down, and when you're in that position, it's devastating to you, and it really it just changes your perspective on stuff.
Yeah,
And
for sure. My dad's house burned
never
down.
been in that.
What's important now and what's not?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I had me a life changing moment the same, but I didn't get caught in a fire. But I know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Because when you're standing in that moment, you say, "What is really important anymore?
Right.
What is really going? I'm just missing days, and I got people out there. Maybe I need to revise my whole situation here."
It's exactly what I did.
Absolutely.
It's
young man.
exactly
I like
what
it.
I did, and that's why I came back home.
Right.
And
Things are going good. Just
things were going good for the month of March.
April
Pretty
had a
much,
little April
pretty
Fool's
much,
turn up.
pretty much, kind of the month of March.
Yeah.
Till the middle end of March, and that's when
personal things started going upside
personal
down.
things. Yeah, me and her were obviously back together, and then we split up. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, so here we are now, and then 2 weeks ago, I'm driving the dump truck. You know what I mean? I'm dumping a load at the pit, and Dave calls me. He's like, "Dude," he's like, "Cops just called me. Somebody ran into your house."
I remember this picture too. I was
I'm
like,
like-
"Oh my goodness."
I'm like, "What?"
This is
He's
the day
like-
of the show last week. Remember?
Yeah,
It was
the day
or
before.
the
Day
no, it was the
before.
Day before.
Day before.
Oh, it might have been the day before. I thought maybe it was the day or something because
Yeah.
I asked Derek when he was there. I was like, "Mario's probably not coming." He's like, "I think so." I'm like, "Somebody
No,
stole to
no.
his house."
Yeah.
All right.
So he calls me. He's like, "Dude, somebody He's like, dude, somebody drove through your house. And I'm like, you're funny. He's like, here we go again. I'm like, that's
This
funny.
has got to be a joke this
Yeah,
time.
I'm like, you're
it's
funny,
can't happen
Dave.
two-
He's like,
two in
because
a
if
row.
you knew where the house sat and everything, you'd be like, no way.
Right.
No
They
way.
couldn't have got there.
No way.
They had to like gas it after they left the road.
Right.
You know? Like, what are you doing?
Right. So he's like, no, I'm being serious. I was
I
like,
hate those.
I said, shit. All right, I'll meet you there. So I get there, and all the truck had been. I guess the guy lost his brakes coming down the road, hooks a right, hits this embankment, and jumps right into my backyard. Took out all my, furniture. I had
Yeah.
a nice little fire
I see
pit,
it.
like the whole thing. Hit
Oh,
part of the
wow.
house. There's like a mirror and everything. So then Dave calls me. He's like, called me actually today, and he was like, I'm like, so what are we doing with this? He's like, I don't know, we gotta figure it out. He's like, dude didn't have insurance. I'm like, awesome. So, I mean, it's not a big deal because I mean, we both have insurance, but
Yeah.
now it's just a pain in the ass. So, that's pretty much where I'm at. Just been,
Driving dump truck.
driving
and-
dump truck, ripping my
Here's-
Harley. I rode it here tonight. I love ripping the Harley.
Not that I'm some like Buddha master, but I think you're doing right what you need to. I'm gonna just drive the dump truck, slow everything down for a minute. Let's get the house repaired. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I mean-
And hopefully we'll keep it in one piece. And I think you're on the right track now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause I
and I think
I mean, you were always on the right track, but
Yeah.
that personal stuff will mess with you, especially how everything
Let's
went
just-
down.
let's
Let's
just
just say that's
re-
crappy.
Let's recap the last 15 minutes or last 20, 25 minutes in a matter of a minute. Broken foot, surgery, on your way home from surgery, car accident resulting in
More
split open hip,
yeah, broken shoulder,
broken
two
shoulder,
places, back.
Finger.
back, herniated discs in your back, and then surgery on your finger.
Yep, broke that.
And then you got healed up from that, rode the fall of 2018.
Yep, just a little bit. Yep.
Just a little bit, and then moved back to Florida to help out with a friend
Yeah.
at a track.
Yeah.
Trailer burnt. You sold your bike in January.
Yeah.
Put the money underneath your bed.
Yeah.
Trailer burns down while you were out getting a
Yeah.
Snickers bar for a buddy that you didn't end up
Yeah.
getting them.
Yeah.
Bike breaks before that.
Yeah, your
Bike
bike
broke.
breaks.
That's why
Yeah.
we went to the gas station. She was like,
Girlfriend broke up with you. Bike breaks. Trailer
Yeah.
burns down.
Yeah.
Moves back home. Car air launches through your house.
Yeah.
Hi, Mario. What's up, dog? Here he is.
That's a good year and a half.
Yeah,
that's
man,
not a
that's-
good year and a half, but that's
No,
it's
it-
steady. It's steady, not being boring.
It keeps coming and like
do you
I just stay positive through the whole thing. I'm just you know what I mean? Like I'm like
No, I'm with
whatever, like I'm just gonna I just keep doing myself and I got some pretty good opportunities coming up that I think I'll probably jump on and it's out of state and stuff. Opportunity to go do some wrenching on Harleys and stuff and build some custom motorcycles. So,
take any opportunity that may
pretty
show
pumped
itself.
on that. So, I'm just like, I'm trying to just like so much has happened in my life in the last year and a half, 2 years. It's just like,
I believe it, man.
it's
I
just,
believe it. You
just
got a
like-
couple of good people in your corner,
yeah,
for sure.
for sure. And like I said, honestly, yeah, everybody that's been in my corner, all my close friends and stuff, they've helped me out a bunch, and I couldn't have done it without any of them.
Do you have any, now that like all this has gone bad, I mean, your bike blew up, your trailer burned down, all of this stuff, do you have any way that people can, try to help back with you?
Yeah, my buddies had set up a GoFundMe.
page,
Yeah, I don't know if it's still up or not, but they did that on their own because, like, I'm just like, I'm not really one to ask for a bunch of help. Like, that's just not me. I'm like, just got to come back.
Just got to deal with it.
and do it. But yeah, they had that going. I don't know if it's still up there or not, but yeah, I mean, just Gary Bailey's helped me out a shit ton through the whole process of everything. Him and Miss Diana and Ryan down there, they've really had my back.
Yeah.
You
got some good people.
My whole family and just everybody that's in my corner. Like I said, all my sponsors. Charles at Piedmont Floors. He's been there for me. Austin Edwards, who does the Adept graphics.
Yeah.
You know, he calls me all the time and stuff, and we bullshit, and you know, but it's been one hell of a year.
To say the least, man.
To say the least, and
It's good to see though you're safe, you're healthy.
Yep.
I mean, you got your health.
Yeah.
I mean, you got no like disabilities or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, and that's stuff to be thankful for. You know, you
for
didn't
sure.
try to run in that trailer.
right.
Had to take some skin from back here to put up here.
Yeah,
you know all
it
that
just-
good stuff. You know what I mean? At least
Yeah, there's a lot of upsides to
I
everything.
always-
You know, you got to see the positive. And
I've always took
and
my bads
everything,
with
you know.
you know what I mean? Saw my bads as somehow it's being good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like because you have to. You know,
Yeah.
because it's already over with. There's no changing it. So now we just have to reshape what's gonna happen.
And that's what I'm doing, you know, and
You're
I'm
doing-
just
yeah.
and I'm not making any like rash decisions. I've just been kind of chilling out, doing my thing, hanging out with some people, and just you know, seeing where it goes. Because I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've ridden maybe 5 times since January.
Well, I know that you came last week for the show and you had a transit van and it did good. It was good seeing a bike in the back. So
Yeah, because I rode. I went and because one of my best friend Chris Canning, he's actually marrying the owner of Southwick's daughter,
Oh wow.
Keith Johnson.
yeah, we were just
And,
talking about him.
Yeah, we were
Fast.
going. We went up there. I went up there over Memorial Day weekend, and all my buddies and stuff. Kind of like a little bachelor thing for
Yeah.
him. Kind of. We're probably gonna do another one, but we all rode there at Southwick and stuff, and had a really great time. And you know, I've always liked it up there in New England. I've lived there 3 months before in the past with them,
Yeah.
and
Cool.
you know, so yeah, like I just been trying to just do my thing and just stay positive, and you know, whatever it is Mario wants to do that day, that's what I do.
That's
And you
that's
know,
a good way
I
to
don't
do it
have
right
any
now.
plans set for racing. I just I'm taking life day by day right now. I probably should get some plans together, but you know, right now it's just day by day and hour by hour. And
Yeah.
No,
See-
yeah.
see what the
and
hell
that's how it
happens.
goes. Right. No, I believe you. You know, and that's the way you got to run it for right now.
yeah, you know, it's
and,
just
and that's fine. It's not like I don't know. You know, I mean, like you don't have children. You know, I mean, there's no
Right.
children. There's no this. There's that. So really, technically, your responsibility is just for yourself at this point.
right.
So
You know, and I
understand.
thought
You know what
about
I mean?
going racing this past weekend. You know, I had the bike all prepped and ready to go, and I'm just like, I'm not ready to go race because like I haven't
Yeah.
rode, and like I'm gonna go and somebody's gonna beat me that shouldn't beat me, and or you know what I'm saying, like vice versa, and I'm just like, I don't want to. When I go to the track, you know what I mean. Like I
wanna
go
be
because I want to be.
prepared.
I want to be the one. You know what I mean.
I
Know
wanna
that I
win.
can go to win.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I'm understanding.
And right now I'm not there, but I've been starting to work out again and stuff, and I'll definitely be back at the track and shit. But you
Right
know,
on.
I'm just not making any plans. You know, if I want to go jet skiing, I'm gonna go jet skiing. If I want to go race, I'm gonna go race. And,
I'm with it. Go
you know,
bowling, maybe bowl a
yeah,
little
if
bit.
I want to go bowling, I'm gonna go bowling. If I want to go down to Florida, I'm gonna go to Florida. If I want to go to California, I'll go to California. Whatever it is Mario wants to do, that's what I'm gonna do.
Right on.
And
Sweet man.
and you know, I think everybody who's always supported me, and everybody that did donate to my GoFundMe when that was up and going, you know, it helped me out a bunch. I couldn't have got back on my feet without that. Honestly, it saved me, and yeah, just you know, thanks.
Right on. I hope to see you back out here at the track in the very near future, just having
For
some
sure.
fun, doing whatever you want to do, because that's what it's all about right now. After all of the adversity in which you had just faced, go out and do what you want to do, and that's going to put not only a smile on your face, but it's going to put on a smile on everybody else's faces that have been supporting you along this whole adventure, because
Yeah.
you're finally having fun again.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Just glad you could take some time out of your busy schedule, Mario, to come here into the studio to
problem.
tell the tale, because it was quite a tale.
Right.
Yeah,
you
you
had a
know,
lot of
just
things
gotta
going
get
on.
it straight, and you know, that's what happened, you know, and that's why I'm at where I'm at today, you know, and just
No, I'm with it. Yeah.
So.
is what it is.
Yeah, again, man, glad you could join us here in the studio. This past weekend, like I said, we were racing the season openers at the Ohio Motocross Association and the Buckeye Series, but that's only a touch we are racing this coming weekend at Malvern Motocross on Saturday night for round number 1 of the True MX Saturday Night Series. So make sure you guys add that date to your calendars at home if you guys want to race under the lights. I will be there hanging out on Saturday. Kevin will probably be racing.
Better believe it.
We got a bunch of people racing some Malvern
Always.
Motocross on Saturday, so make sure you guys add that date to your calendars at home. Malvern Motocross Saturday night. Practice 3:30, racing at 5. Sunday, we're racing at Sandusky Valley Riders. That is another Ohio Motocross Association year-end points-paying event. That's a bikes-only race, so make sure you guys add the SVR date to your calendars as well. That is this coming Sunday. Also this weekend, the Buckeye Series has another outdoor event scheduled, and it is at East Fork.
Oh, it's at East Fork. Next week.
Yes.
I should have.
Yes, this coming weekend is at East Fork. So practice on Saturday, racing on
New
Sunday.
track layout, so make sure you guys get there and check it out.
Yep. They are having a pit bike race as well at East Fork on Saturday. At SVR Saturday night, they're having a pit bike race as well, just to kind of satisfy some people's downtime. So a lot of great things going on this coming weekend. We've got Supercross tomorrow night and Sunday that we're going to be touching on and recapping on next week's show. Practice tracks, we've got a lot of local practice tracks opening back up. Just check out all of your favorite tracks Facebook pages to see if they are opening up this weekend. I'm sure
Somebody hit a comment up there asking what tracks were open this week.
I'm sure Battlesburg is.
Well, no, I'm talking about through the week. You know what I mean? They were trying to ask about midweek motos because Malvern now is not having practice on Wednesday.
What do you call it is? Apple Cabin on Thursday night.
Apple Cabin is Thursday.
Thursday, and I believe
Smith
YMX
Road's
might.
definitely probably Wednesday nights.
Yeah, Smith
They're
Road's
opening
probably Wednesday
in,
night.
so they're
Yeah,
Wednesday, Smith
So
Road.
look for those couple. You know what I mean? Like they're all on social media. Oh, it's for the weekend.
Weekend,
Okay.
yeah.
I
So
thought it said week.
I'd check Battlesburg because he typically
He's open
does
Saturday,
mention-
Sunday. Saturday's all bikes.
They
Sunday,
redid the
9 to
track
3.
out there.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, you were out there the day I stopped out there.
Yeah, we both was there.
Yeah,
we
it was,
both
he's done a really nice
snooping
job
around.
with that.
Caught this one out there snooping around. I was like, Mario, check this. Oh, I ain't doing
I'll
that.
tell you what, Steve
does a good
Steve
job.
works his ass off there, man.
He tries it hard to give us a
he
good place
does,
to
man.
ride. Yeah,
he
I
works.
like it.
He works hard there.
So I'm glad you guys could all join us for Moto number 21 of the MotOHIO show. Can't wait for this coming weekend for some more great racing action in the Buckeye Series and the OMA. And we'll have some results from Baja. It'd be the youth regional that a lot of our riders are going up to.
I got a few people going to Pleasure Valley
And
for that
Pleasure Valley
regional,
for the
and I
amateur
got a
regional.
couple insights. I'm trying to get some videos and stuff because like J-Law and him's gonna be racing, so I'm trying to get some stuff set up to where I can get us some cool stuff for that.
Be awesome.
It's gonna be sweet. I want to go watch it, but I can't make it all over to Johnstown.
Halo.
That's a hike. Want to thank our
About 4
sponsors.
hours.
So I want to thank our sponsors for helping us out. The Ohio MX Pit Bike Riders, the OMPR Facebook group. They're trying to get 10,000 members to give away a brand new pit bike. Huge shout out to Reed Woodring with Reed's Auto Detailing, Corey Schaefer-Knocker with Smooth Speed MX, Bob and Patty Harrington with Pro Action Northern Ohio, Action Extreme Sports down there in New Philadelphia, Flow Vision Company, Tardesigns, and Defiance Lifestyles for helping us out. Once again, guys, I'm glad you guys could all join us here on Tuesday night for Moto number 21 of the MotOHIO show. Next Tuesday, Moto number 22 of the MotOHIO show. We don't know who's going to be in the hot seat.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm glad we wrapped up with the tale of Mario Testa because we could have went another week.
Yeah, easily. Had to get it done though. Had to get it out there.
We were building up to it. We were almost at the climax. So we just kind of had to continue and push through.
That's it.
So
everybody liked it. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody sticking in there with us and have a good week, man. It should be a great weekend.
Yep. Join us next week for Moto number 22 of the MotOHIO show.